Hello, my crafty friends. If you're watching the replay, it's good to see you. I'm probably not going to be doing a whole lot. I'm going to do some talk and some show and tell and maybe a little art. It kind of depends on how I'm feeling at the moment. Um, I am starting earlier than I usually do, so I don't know if anybody will show up until 10 minutes from now, 12 minutes from now, but I'm glad you're here. If you're watching the replay, I'm glad you're here. If you just showed up. I just see a couple of people are here already, so that's great. Um, oh goodness. Hi, Sharon. Well, I tell you, my poor little guy, he's struggling with all this not being active business. Hey, Melody, I'm glad you're here. Oh, I just took him out, and we usually leave him out for about an hour and a half. Right now, when before the surgery, he was usually out a couple hours at a time, and we would go on walks and play games and that kind of stuff. And now he's out and he has to just sit there, and he can't even go outside because he wants to lay in the dirt, and he can't lay in the dirt. So we go outside and do our business, and if he's willing to lay on the porch or on the concrete patio part, we let him do that. If he's not, we have to bring him back in the house, and he's not very happy about any of that. Hi, Maria. Hi, Janet. I'm so glad y'all are here. Um, and today I had to on Thursdays I take Hannah to work at noon, and usually he's with me and we go for a walk and we come back and I feed him lunch and put him in the crate, and then I come out and stream. But today he got out earlier and then went back in so I could take her to work, and then I got him out for a little while and fed him and went to do his business, and then I put him back in the crate and he was like, "Hey, what's up with this? It's not time yet." But hi, Jacqueline. So he's struggling a little bit with this now that he's not hurting as bad. He really wants to be doing stuff, and Hannah did take him for a little walk around the block this morning after he'd had his meds in him for about an hour, so that he would walk and not jump, because when he wants to play, he jumps and jumps and jumps until you'll play with him. And um, that's something that you say no, but today we don't even want to deal with it. We don't want him jumping at all. So we had to just be calm and that kind of thing. Anyway, uh, I'll be glad when next week comes. Next week will be better. It's got to be better. Um, Hi, Sherry. Well, I'm going to show y'all some stuff that I got in a haul. It's a little bit of a haul. I just went to a couple of thrift stores over the last week or two. I guess it's been in the last week, but anyway, one of them was yesterday morning. And then yesterday afternoon, I got some very disappointing news that scared me and made me all stressed out. And I'm better now, but it was not an easy thing, and I hated that my kids saw me all stressed out like that. But anyway, that's life, and I'm going to talk to y'all about what that was in a little bit. I know some of you are older than me, and those of you who aren't, I pray you're never in my situation. But if you ever are, I wanted to just give you a little warning about what happened. But first, I'm going to show you some stuff I got at the thrift store. I got this little toolkit. It looks just like one that my daddy gave Ethan when he was a little boy, but I'm going to put some of my encaustic tools in here. That's why I got it. And I found these little bitty bread pans, which will be perfect for melting the encaustic wax when I get to doing encaustics, which will probably be spring. The main thing I need to buy still is just the griddle. So I'm looking at thrift stores for a griddle. Um, and when I find one, um, then I'll have all the basic things I need. You know, there are lots of things that would be fun, but I'll have the basic things that I need. So, oh, thank you, Sherry. I need hugs today. I do. I'm gonna. Nope, I don't think that's gonna work. Oh yeah, it will. Okay, I wasn't sure if that would fit in there or not. While I was there, they also had this. Um, and all this stuff was just on the Christmas table, and she said $1 for all of it, so I just so I took it. But one thing that's cute is this tissue paper. I don't know if you can see, there's some little swirly things on those Christmas balls. But anyway, I don't know if I'm going to use it for Christmas or if I'm going to use it in my bag journal. I'm going to make a paper bag journal one of these days, so I'm gathering paper bags for that. Mini meatloaves. Yes, they would be great for mini meatloaves, Janet. I'm going to use them to melt wax. Here's some more tissue paper. And then I got this tissue paper because it was nice and neat. And I don't have any nice, neat tissue paper that I can print stamp on. And that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to try to keep this nice and neat so I can stamp on it. So I got that. And let's set it up here. And I don't even know what's in here. It was just a bag of wrapping papers. But wrapping papers are fun to use in collage and for backgrounds and stuff like that. Or you can, you know, cut flowers out of them and use them. Anyway, this is what this one looks like. There's 2 of those. And then there was this, which I think is pretty and could be used in, you know, in collage and stuff like that. And here is, okay, it's got the bears and it's got the snowmen. And I guess that's what it is. It's just one sheet of each, bears and snowmen. Those are cute. And then here's another one. I love that, snowmen. But this one also has Santa Clauses. See if there's anything else. I guess it's just those 2. Oh no, there's this one. I don't know why I thought this was attached to that, but it's not. So there's that. I really do want to do some Christmas something, but I'm not feeling it yet. I'm not sure what it will end up being when I do it. And then there's this one. And that one with Santa's mouth just drawn on. I don't know if you can see that very well. They just got a red line there for Santa's mouth, which I think is kind of funny looking. But anyway. And then there's that. I think that's, yeah, and this one up here, which looks like this. So that's the wrapping paper that was in here that I can play with. Most of it was Christmassy, but except for those flowers. Oh, thank you, Janet. Hi, Brittany. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Let's put that right there for now. Move this. And then I got this bin, and it says $12 for all, and it had a stamp out here, and it was wrapped with tape. And when I opened it, it was chock full of stamps and stamp pads. This is what I got yesterday morning before I got my bad news. I would not have bought it if I had got my bad news first, but I already had it by then. There were a ton of stamp pads, and I figured none of them would be good anymore. But these were good, so I kept them. The ones that weren't good, I just threw away. So there's blue, yellow, green, and then there's this turquoise. Most of these are pigment ink pads, which I don't use very often. So, and this one's a dark blue. So I don't know if I'll use those very much or not. That's black. This little one's black. This little bitty one is black too. This one's brown. And then this one is red. And then there were probably this many stamps again that I just took back to the thrift store because they weren't anything I would use. But just these stamps here are worth way more than the $9. It was 25% off day, so I paid $9 for it instead of $12. But this one right here, I love this one. This is made by Inkadoo. I don't know what it would normally cost, but I love that one. And I think this one is fun. It says, "Make today so good, yesterday gets jealous." I think that one's cute. They might, Janet. Some of these have never been used. And there were a bunch of them she had 2 of, and a lot of those weren't anything I was interested in, so I didn't even keep them. Now this one, there were 2 of these. I thought I'd send one of them to Tanya, because she's my camper friend. But I thought those were cute. I've got another one I could send to another camper friend. But oh, by the way, talking about Tanya, she and Jeff are home. He got sick and her shoulder was really bothering her, so they came home early. And she wasn't feeling great today, so she couldn't come on with me. But y'all say prayers for them, that they both need some healing prayers. This stamp says, "There is nothing better than to end a bad day covered in dog slobber." I kept that one for Hannah because she is the one who gets down on the floor and gets all slobbered on. Luckily, Sparrow isn't a really slimy slobberer like some are. But this one says, "Smile, jiggle, laugh, enjoy." It's got something sticky on it. I was going to see if I could clean it. I don't know if it'll clean off or not. I don't have a ink pad cleaner. And I don't know what to use besides an ink pad cleaner, but I mean an ink stamp cleaner. I don't have a stamp cleaner, but I was hoping maybe I could clean this a little bit. It looks like they use this with maybe embossing ink and then didn't clean it off. When I use embossing ink, I just clean them off with a baby wipe, and I haven't had any trouble with that. But anyway, that's still kind of sticky. But and then there was a palm tree, and there's several cute little frogs. Where's the other one? Oh, I got a gnome. Isn't he cute? Hey, Barbara. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm what I'm going to do after the show and tell. Anyway, I got these 3 little froggies, which I thought were cute. And then this little set has some cute little things in it. Now that one I don't care anything about. That one I don't care anything about. And I didn't really notice those. These I guess are for a teacher. I honestly didn't even notice the words because when I was looking at these was after I got my bad news yesterday. And I was trying to decide if I had made a mistake. But it doesn't matter. You know, once you've done it, and you can't undo it. So I got a cute pocket watch and a little flower and a heart. And this one, I don't know if I'll use a horse on a carousel. But I love the stamp itself. the wooden part. You know, this is really pretty. So I kept it. I haven't said my bad news yet, Barbara. I want to show this stuff first and get it out of the way, and then we'll talk about it. Um, it's not like, you know, nobody's sick or died or anything like that. It's just something that has changed my life for the next 9 months, and nobody's pregnant, by the way. After I said 9 months, I thought, oh, somebody's going to think somebody's pregnant. Nobody's pregnant. But I wanted to talk about it because somebody else might end up in this situation and need a heads up. Isn't that pretty? Anyway, it's, you know, like I said, it's not a special image. It's just a really pretty stamp. And here's a little Christmas tree. Oh, and this one's so cute. There's a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Hi, Mindy. I'm glad you're here. Well, that, yeah. And then here's Snoopy. There's a little turtle and a bunny. And this one's cute. It says the end. There were 2 of these. Hannah took one. And a flower. That one doesn't look like it's really ever been used. Let's see what else is there. Oh, there's a little dragonfly, which I love. And this one, I hate it when the stickers get put on top of the image. It says every day is a new adventure is what it says, but it's frustrating to not be able to see that. It is a wonderful edition of stamps. None of them were anything I needed. And like I said, if I had gotten my disappointing news first, I would not have bought them. But I did buy them, so I'm going to enjoy them and not worry about it. Anyway, and there's a giraffe. Not sure why I kept the giraffe. There's a horse. I don't have many animal stamps. I don't know what I would use them for, but I like them, so I kept them. Here's a little putty dog tracks. Okay. Well, I needed the frog. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I needed the frog. And I guess that's all. Oh, this one says, life is about using the whole box of crayons. I like that one too. And then here's a little jar with some fireflies in it. So I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much all of them. Oh, here's a starfish. Don't know if I'll ever use that one or not, but I thought that one might be fun on the jelly plate. Even if you can't tell what it is, it would make a fun design. So that's still kind of sticky. Anyway, I'm going to stick these just back in here for right now. I don't know where I'm going to put the ink pads. I don't know. And the starfish will be fun when you need stars. There you go. That's a great idea, Barbara. Okay. And the other stuff I got is all books. Some of them, I went to, the stuff in this bag I got at this thrift store had clothes for $1 and books 15 for $2.50. So I got some clothes, which I did need the clothes. And then I got 15 books. So some of them I just threw in here, and I'm not even sure if it's something I will read or use. But this one I thought was interesting, and I don't know what this is. It says Audubon bird call. Ooh. Well, I'm not going to put my mouth on that to try it out, but that's interesting. And this, okay. that was broken. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it off. Take the little bird call off, but that's, I'm assuming you blow in it. I don't know. I've never tried to use one of those. And this says Everybody's Everywhere Backyard Bird Book from Eddie Bauer. But it has a few pictures I thought I could fussy cut out and use. So, since I had to find 15, I threw it in there. Anyway, it talks about, you know, how to describe birds and what to look for. So it's kind of, it's an interesting little book. And then I got this, which is a new handy. It's a new handy Webster's Dictionary, illustrated. I got it because the paper is really old and dark, and that's fun in collage. I don't know what year, 1943. It says it's illustrated, but there aren't very many illustrations in here. Just a few. But those papers will be good in collage. And I got this because it has little sayings and things. I heard a bird sing in the dark of December, a magical thing and sweet to remember. Anyway, I thought I might use some of these little sayings at Christmas. And this is A Gift from the Sea. Anyway, it's a book it's to read. I might read it. And then I got this one. I don't know anything about it, but it looked interesting when I was reading inside. And I don't know if it's even a novel or a biography. I don't know. Let's look and see if it says. I was assuming it was a biography, but it may not be. No, I think it's just a novel. But The Bone Setter's Daughter is the name of this one. So that's another book I got to read. I'm trying to read more. And then this one, Field Guide to the Birds of Mexico and Central America. There's not a whole lot of pictures of birds in here, but there are some, and they're pretty small. So anyway, I figured that was worth throwing in. What else did I get? No. This is Great Ideas for Building Family Traditions. And I got them because of the drawings inside. I thought the drawings were really good. And that it might be fun to try to copy some of these drawings or, use them in some way. So since I was trying Kingdom Woman, is that also Amy Tan? I think I read the Joy Luck Club. I'm not positive. I knew her name. Thank you, Teresa. Hugs, honey. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Janice. I'm glad you're here too. Sorry, I was looking down and wasn't noticing. But I like that the drawings they're really relatively simple. So I thought it might be something that could help me with drawing. I need to check that. I got a car in the shop. I'm hoping they're going to give me an update. Let's see what it says. Oh, great. Today, when it's not going to be easy, it's ready for pickup. Okay. Let me see what it says. How much did it add up to? They told me what they thought was wrong and that it might be two things instead of just the left one. Oh, great. Can't reach the site. Sorry. Come on, come on. I may have to get out of here early so that I can go get the car. Um, I didn't think about them being done with it this early. And it'll be a lot harder to go get it after I get Hannah because I need my mom to take me up there to get it. So, oh, I don't want you to see the total because I don't want to see the total. But oh my goodness, I will never use this place again. They charged me $186 for an oil change and $83 to change the windshield wiper blades. And then the reason I took it in there only cost $414. And that was a real problem. These other oh goodness gracious. Yep, I will never use them again. Okay. Well, good night. That's very frustrating. I know. They were recommended to me by my other shop who always had good prices. But they decided to retire and shut their business down. Anyway, this place was called Aardvark Automotive. And I know they work on specialty cars, foreign cars and things like that other places can't work on. But you shouldn't charge me a price for a Volvo or a BMW when I've got a Ford. Anyway, I will definitely never use them again after this. Please pray for them, yes. Anyway, these are the other things that I got. And then I got this book. I don't know if I'll read it, but it had large print, so I knew I could take so I can take words out of it. Sorry, my brain is now so lost in that ridiculous anyway, that's another novel that I was going to read. I got this one for Ethan. It's a golden book, but it's about submarines. I don't know what year it was from. 1959. Anyway, I think it's a really cool book. I think he will like it. Okay, that's just insane. They're gonna find out that I won't be using them anymore. Okay. Anyway, that's the things I got at the thrift store. And now I'm going to spend a minute talking to you about the issue that came up. And this is just an FYI thing. But when Darren passed away last December, I had several people tell me that widow's benefits started when you were 59 and a half. And I went on and I looked at Social Security and so on Social Security website it said widow's benefits start at 59 and a half and that you're supposed to apply 3 months early, which meant I needed to apply this month in order to get it in February, which is when I will be 59 and a half. And I went on there yesterday, and it's changed. Now widow's benefits start at 60. My whole budgeting for the past year has been based on getting Social Security starting in February, and now it will be August or September probably, because Darren's birthday is at the very end of the month, which means I will get my check the next month. Um, and so that's distressing. If I had known there was a chance that it was going to change over time, I would have been much more frugal. Not sure I would have got a puppy dog. I definitely wouldn't have spent as much money on all the accoutrements for a puppy dog. But it's very distressing. And I went on everything. I couldn't even find any information about what it was in 2021 versus 2022, or when this changed from 59 and a half to 60. When you go on the website, it looks like, or when you go to Google, it looks like it has been this way forever. And I know that's not true. Not only because other people were telling me that I didn't just come up with it myself. Anyway, I had plans to box up a bunch of the stuff in my studio and send it out as Happy Mail. That won't be happening now. I'm just going to take it to the thrift store because shipping is ridiculous. Anyway, it's not like we're going to go without food or shelter or any of those things. But I would have been portioning my money out to last till August instead of to last till February if I had known. So I'm frustrated and I'm angry, but I'm more a little scared. And I know I'll be okay. Maybe that's what you do with it. I don't know. Anyway, I just don't I just don't want to I just don't want this to happen to somebody else. You know, when your spouse dies in December, you don't think about they might change all the rules in January. I really thought that I was looking at this stuff still in February of last year. I mean, of this year. And so it feels like they should have they would have had to have changed it after February. But I have tried to call my local office. I have tried to call online. I have been on the phone waiting for an hour to an hour and a half, at least 10 different times since Darren passed away, to talk to Social Security about different things. And I have not been able to get a hold of, nobody ever comes on the line, and either they drop my call or I finally give up because I have to go do something else. So no, I haven't been able to call them. I went in yesterday to talk to them, and the guy at the door, first of all, he made you put on a mask, which is ridiculous. But anyway, the guy at the door, the police officer at the door, said the wait is going to be 2.5 to 3 hours, and we close in 3 hours. So it'll be better to come back another day. I was like, you got to be kidding me. He said, but if you'll come back at 15 till 4, because they close at 4 now. If you come back at 15 till 4, they have to see you. So you can sit here until they run out of people, and they have to see you before you leave. I can't do that. I have to pick Hannah up at 5. You know, it was good advice. It was the best that he could do to help me. I understand that, and I wasn't upset with him, but it was frustrating. You know, he said you could call and do this on the phone, or you can do it online. And I had already tried to do it online, and it said that I needed to call or go in. And so I went back, and yeah, there was a place, but the way the questions are written out, the things they want you to answer, it's hard sometimes to even see, to even know what exactly they're asking. So am I giving them the right answer or not? So I'm going to have to go talk to them in person just because of their stupid questions. But anyway, um, it was when I was looking at it online that I realized that it had changed, and I didn't know it had changed. Um, anyway, Social Security Anywhere is horrible. Yes, it is. And I know that that's true. But and I was, you know, dreading having to go in and talk to him. Um, but anyway, I'm still going to have to go do it. But I have to do it when I have more time, because evidently you have to be there for hours and hours in order to talk to somebody. And I cannot sit in a room like that for hours and hours with a mask on. I'll get a migraine. Um, you can schedule an appointment. I asked them about that, and he said, yes, you can schedule an appointment, but when you get here, you still have to get in line and wait. The appointments don't mean anything. They only worked with real appointments during COVID. But now COVID's over. Um, Now COVID's over, and um, so you still have to wear a mask in there. So I don't know what that is, but anyway, um, Teresa says they told me my benefits wouldn't start till I was 62. Fortunately, I am 62, but it will be the 30th before they will call me on an interview then. Well, I'm glad for you. On the website, it still says 60, um, but you get more benefits if you wait till you're 62. And I don't know if it has something to do with, if it's different benefits. It seems like it would be the same. Well, I'm saying there's still COVID out there. I'm not saying COVID's not doesn't exist. Um, but everybody in my life who's really sick does not have COVID. And when people have COVID, they're not that sick. That's the way it's been in my life for the past year. I know hundreds of people who've had COVID and just had to sit around for days, and they weren't even that sick. And then they get a sinus infection like Hannah and I did. We didn't have COVID, but we were a lot sicker with that than we were when we did have COVID. Um, but anyway, I've got some symptoms that they would call long COVID. The mental brain fog thing, and um the I'm not sure, it's a neurological thing with smell. Um the neurological thing with smell is the most disturbing long COVID thing that I'm dealing with, and I'm still dealing with it. But well, most everybody who was in there when I went in and looked around looked like they were in their 30s or 40s. Some of them in their 20s, and most of them weren't speaking English. And I don't have anything against people who don't speak English. I'm just saying that I don't know what kind of benefits they were going after, but there weren't very many old people in there, and the room was packed. Anyway, there's all that aside, it's just been frustrating, and trying to do this while I've got a puppy that's all, you know. Oh, hi, Melinda. I didn't even know you were here. Peace out. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm just telling my own experience. Not that anybody else's experience isn't any less valid, but that has been my experience. Anyway, I am going to have to get off and go see if my mom can take me to pick up my car before I have to get the dog out again, before I can put him back in again to go get Hannah. So, this has not been a very fun stream, and I'm sorry. Um, well, I mean, it looks like on the website everything is updated. It's saying this is what's in 2022. So I don't know. I don't know what other information they would send me, I guess is what I'm saying. But anyway, it was just kind of it was scary, and it hit me hard just all of a sudden. And so I started crying, and Ethan heard me. So now he's concerned, and I hate that. And Hannah's saying, "Oh, Mom, I'm going to go to work full time in January, and I'm going to pay rent, so that'll help." And I hate that too. I mean, I knew she was going to pay rent. She's been saying that for a while, and that's, I think, good for her, and it will definitely be helpful. But anyway. Oh, hi, Auntie Ro. God bless you, hon. Thank you. Oh, I was wanting to try something. Janet, was it you that was telling me um to try working on the back with the inks on the back of these papers? Um no, Barbara, I don't I'm not saying that because I don't want anybody sending me money. That's not why I'm sharing this with you. I'm just sharing it with you because I don't want somebody else to get caught in the same thing. The back of the photo paper works better than the front. Let's play with that a minute. Because I just remembered my mom takes a nap right now, and I can't get I'm not going to go get her up to take me to get my car. So, um, well, when Darren died in December, Auntie Rowe, when Darren died in December, I was told by several people, and I looked it up for myself as well, so I had proof. You know, it wasn't just hearsay from people that I could get widow's benefits at 59 and a half. And now that it's time to apply for that, that it's changed to 60, which means I'm going to have to go another extra 6 months that I didn't budget for before I get it. And that's kind of scary. So, um, oh, thank you, Lori, sweetie. Well, I don't know if it'll be in the description box of this video, but in the description box of all of my videos is an email address where you can email me. And that email address is also my PayPal account. For those of you who want to know, I'm not going to be rude and not tell you, but I wasn't saying this because I need money. I was saying this because I'm scared about what's going on, and it frustrates me that something like that could change all of a sudden, and you don't realize it, and you didn't budget correctly, or at least not the way you would have if you had known. Um. Anyway, let's play with this a little bit. Oh, that's not the way we were going to do it, is it? Well, we're going to do it this way and try it anyway. My email is in the description box. Okay, good. That's probably the car people calling me again wanting their $897, which was, you know, not what I was expecting either. That was kind of icing on the cake. $186 for an oil change. If they didn't give me an estimate for that. They gave me an estimate for the thing I took it in there for. And so I wasn't Wasn't prepared for. Okay. Now it does, I think, if I'm right, I'm going to look. See how this is running all over the place? That's pretty. Let's try it on the front, doing it the same way. And I don't think it will do that, but I might be wrong. Because I know alcohol inks run from the back, but they don't run from the front. And so let's try it. That's all that green's puddling into the middle. Yeah, see? It just stays right there. It soaks right in because that's where the photo ink is supposed to, soak in. And the reason this runs is because it's on the other side and it's the barrier side. So it provides a non-porous barrier. So your ink doesn't go all the way through to the outside edge. So that's a good thing to know about your Distress oxides, is that they will work like this on this side, but they stay like this, just exactly the way you put them down on this side. So let's try. But see, this is already glossy. It doesn't oxidize at all. And I think when this one dries, it will oxidize some. But it may not because of being on that side of the paper. Because when we did it, when we did these other ones, and we wiped off all the oxidization that wasn't in the stencil, and then just left it where the stencil was. But these, I don't think are going to oxidize at all on the back. I don't know. Oh, I'm going to mute just a second. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. That was the guy that Hannah bought a car from. He's coming over to change out a light bulb that's not working, and he's going to take me to go pick up my car. So that was nice. Um anyway, and then I got to go discuss the ridiculousness of the price of this oil change. And they're not going to be happy to see me, and I'm going to try very hard to be Christian about it and not be ugly. But $186 is highway robbery for an oil change. And I'm going to tell them that, and I'm never going back. I'm going to tell them that too. This was their chance to prove to me they were going to be my next mechanic, but they're not going to be. So anyway, he's coming over right now, and he's on his way. So I'm going to have to get off. But I love you all, and thank you for being here. And I'm sorry that this was such a downer talk today. Um, Hugs to you all. Talk to you later. Bye bye.